Mhm. I put the food out on the counter for you.
when needed.
Yay! Beautiful. Well, I think I can.
I don't know if this is everyone that's in here.
Everybody should be on there.
So we can right here.
There's 23. Here, Cass. I have the whole list right here. Drew, do you want to start talking?
Well, welcome all. Thank you so much for coming and attending this old Dryland. We're hopefully going to get all of the kind of boring stuff done here so we don't have to spend time sitting on snow doing it. How's everybody doing? Woo, 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 woo. Ah, lovely. Well, the snow's pretty all right with that. I'm just saying. But yeah, we're gonna go over all of the fun stuff whenever we can figure out the old technical difficulties.
There are none.
There are none.
Good.
Yeah,
All
I'm just
right.
doing this.
Well, let's hit that hit the old thing. We'll get rolling on this thing so we can all get out of here and go. Are we recording?
Yes.
Lovely. Just for those people who could not attend and could not get on the Zoom link. All right, so tonight's agenda, we're going to go over the team, all the people that you can come to for all your questions, comments, and concerns, the downhill program overview, just what we're going on, volunteer training information that you guys probably is going to be information you already know, Nordic program stuff, the Points app as our new point of contact between volunteers, and then questions and such. Beautiful.
Oh, he's
So,
not here.
first change to the team is our new director, Brian. He's been in the adaptive world for many, many years. Started out in 2010 in Breckenridge. Oh, look at that. I didn't even have to. So Brian's been around. He specialized a lot in complex disabilities such as spinal cord injuries and brain injuries. He is a really cool addition, and you guys will definitely love him. Yeah, you'll see him. He's cool. And then here's all of us, all of the team. You guys wanna?
I'm Paige, for those of you who have not, I didn't see last year or the year before. I am the program coordinator, and I will be mostly at Bridger, but I will kind of be at both, but during training, I'll be up at Big Sky and then at Bridger.
I'm Cassidy. I'm the new volunteer coordinator this year. I will also be bouncing around from Bridger and Big Sky, but I will be your point of contact for all things volunteer this year.
Wonderful. And then we got some more people up there. Beth Wilson, who's ran our Big Sky program for 4 years now. Myself will be running the Bridger program this year. Bree has been one of our snow sports assistants for the last 3 or 4 years. Sydney was on our summer team this year and joining us for the winter. Addie is our other new associate director. She runs our summer programs and our shoulder season programs. And then we have Maddie, who's another one of our snow sports assistants, been around with the program and the pool. And then Alan, who's another one of our summer assistants that we recruited for the winter. All right, the Bridger. If you guys are familiar, it's the same thing as last year where we're running programs every day. We have the schools coming up with their special ed departments in different time slots during the week. So if you guys are trying to be with a consistent participant for their whole 7-week, 8-week program, they would love that. And it's really cool to build those connections with participants. And that multi-week program starts January 25th and runs till March 16th. And then other dates. These will all be on the Point app for signups for those different multi-week slots. The only crazy thing is on weekends, there's 2 time slots. There's a 10 and 10:30 and a 1 and 1:30 slots. So if you want to get out of bed a little later, like you can do 10:30 lessons. Everything is pretty much the same except for everything will be pretty digitized this year. Our progress notes will all be on your phone, similar to how you checked in today. You'll scan a QR code and it will prompt you to fill out progress reports. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Bridger squad. And then Big Sky, same thing, same as last year. We're doing a multi-week program that's 2 6-week sessions. We're also bringing our Veterans Retreat back. That is going to be on those dates.
April 1st through April 5th. Spring Fling, which is our BSK program, is Saturday, April 5th. And then for those of you who participate in Special Olympics, it will be Monday, March 3rd.
If you can, and you want a
can
great
make
time, take that day off. It's so fun. Lessons at Big Sky are in multiple locations. So if you are unfamiliar with the mountain, we will familiarize you in training, hopefully. We have a hut in the Madison base, as well as the main mountain village, and Big Sky being so big, they have lessons running out of the Montage Hotel, which is that new building. And yeah, what other fun stuff about Big Sky today?
I don't think there's it. That's it.
Any questions about either the Big Sky or Bridger programs? No silly questions. I love questions. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, can you look at the chat?
Yes, I am looking at the chat. All right.
Okay. Training information for those of you who have not already signed up. It's all through Point this year, so we're kind of switching over a little bit. We have to record volunteer hours as a nonprofit to show to our board of directors so they know that we actually use our volunteers in a very large capacity. So this new app tracks all your hours by checking in. So it kind of helps us out. We're not having to do double time. So that's kind of where the app has come from. But Big Sky training dates are December 14th through the 17th. It's Saturday through Tuesday. And then it is the 19th through the 22nd, which is a Thursday through Sunday. It's a little later this year. There was a conflict in the middle, but and then the Bowls training dates are January 2nd through the 5th. That's not correct, so don't look at that. It's the 4th and the 5th, which is a Saturday, Sunday, and then the 9th through the 12th and the 16th through the 19th. And those are all on Point. So since you guys are return volunteers, you can sign up for any of these trainings. You don't have to do a new volunteer clinic. It was kind of confusing for some people because they didn't see return volunteer on those trainings, but they're open to like all volunteers, new and return. So I didn't want to label them and have everybody be confused. But as always, we pass is provided for you on the training dates if you do not have a pass to the mountain. And if you're interested, there's a bi-ski tether training at Bridger Bowl, January 10th through the 12th, which is a mandatory 3-day training. It's filling up pretty fast. If you are really interested in doing it, I would suggest signing up. If we get a lot of numbers, we'll add another date, but as of right now, that's kind of what we're at. And then we have Bunny Hill Burnout, Triangles Today, Fundamentals, Exploring Equipment, a VI clinic, and then beginner and intermediate mono ski clinics. I actually didn't put on here too. We also are doing introductory to skiing. It's going to be kind of towards the end of training. So if anybody's a snowboarder and they want to learn how to ski, we're providing that training this year. And then if you're a skier and you'd love to learn how to snowboard, there's that. I didn't want to say anything, but I have to say it. Those trainings are available because we always kind of hear people who are like, I do one, but I kind of want to learn the other. So we're providing that this year. Any questions on training? Yes.
Oh, ladies first.
So one day, we just sign up for one day within the,
Yes,
and those are separate events.
yes. So you guys as return volunteers, one training. New volunteers have to do the 2-day training that you guys have done in the past, whenever you did your new volunteer training. But as returners, you just choose one. You are welcome to do more than one. It's not like we're gonna be like, no. You can do more than one, of course. Cool. Yes. Okay, perfect. Yes. You guys just have to do
So us
one.
that are non-tech savvy, can you help me out after the meeting?
Yes, sir.
I've
For
heard
everyone, too.
that the app is a lot easier to use to sign up for trainings than it is to do on a computer. So if you're able to download the app, I would suggest downloading the app. You're able to like filter through them a
Oh, yeah,
little
I-
more. We got you,
I got
Scott, don't you worry.
Oh.
But I do
Just a
know,
window lid here, so that's all.
Carl's got it.
they're labeled under, it's like kind of funky the way that point is. They're like, what does this event do? And it has to be like health, equity. There's like a bunch of different options. So if you choose all of the options, you can see all of our trainings. Because some of them are labeled, some people label them differently than others. So just click all, and you should be able to see them all. Same if you're interested in Nordic, it's the same thing. Any other questions?
With the, when you're signing in and out for that day's volunteering, do you have to sign out too, or you just sign one time in, and you guys are tracking our attendance, so
Mhm.
passes and things like
Yeah,
that?
so that will also help us record
Vouchers.
vouchers.
Vouchers, okay.
Yeah, it has like a set time on it. So once that time's up on that training, it kind of like boots you out.
Mhm.
And so it records it all. Any other questions? We have a point page, so don't worry.
Yes, you in the back.
If you're doing 2 lessons, you have to sign it twice.
Yes.
Can you repeat that? So they probably can't.
So if you are doing a morning and an afternoon lesson, you will need to sign in for both. So when you get there in the morning, sign in, do your lesson, go to lunch. When you come back from lunch, sign in again for that afternoon lesson. Please and thank you.
And there's a kiosk we're gonna launch. It's gonna look a little different. So when you go to either place, it'll have like a computer screen and you can scan it or you can check yourself in that way if your phone's being funky because Big Sky service. So there's a lot of different check-in options. So don't worry. And we can manually check you in if you forget.
We are here for you. This is a new thing, and thank you for bearing with us with the new.
Are you in the chat? Because there's 6 people.
You know,
Yep,
what our,
yep, I'm-
our weekly volunteer days will be voted then, or do we have to? We have to select them like. a week ahead of time?
I'll tell you about like the multi-week
Mhm.
setup for the point app.
Of course, those of you who have been to training before, you know, lunch is not provided as much as we wish, you know, we could really give it to you. Sorry. Make sure that you bring your equipment. A helmet is mandatory. You can bring your poles if you want, but remember during training, we ask that you not use them because you don't really use them when you're on the lesson. Dress warm because obviously sometimes we do a lot more standing than we do skiing or snowboarding. So layer up and then bring your questions because we love them. And last but not least, please bring an attitude of fun because that's
Yeah.
all that we do. All day, every day. Okay.
Okay, so volunteer incentives this year, a lot of them are very similar to last year, so you're probably familiar with these. 4 lessons equal 1 voucher. So you can do morning and afternoon for 2 different days, and then that will get you a voucher. They still only count for whichever resort you're doing those lessons at. So 4 lessons at Bridger will get you 1 voucher for Bridger. 4 lessons for Big Sky will get you a voucher at Big Sky. The Outdoor Pro link, we have that going this year, so let me know if you guys want to be added to that. We will add everyone after your on snow training, but if anybody wants to get in there a little earlier, just talk to me and we can get you access. Ghost Town Coffee, all locations in Bozeman give you 25% off. Just let them know that you're an Eagle Mount volunteer. Hungry Moose and Yeti Dogs up at Big Sky, they will give you a discount as well. Yeti Dogs, you just need to let them know when you start ordering that you're with Eagle Mount. And then Hungry Moose, you do have to have your bib on, so they know that you're a volunteer. And then Roundhouse and Bozeman, they will give you 10% off all MSRP or all retail goods. And that does not include shop labor, but Gear Wizard in town, that one is not on here. They will give you a discount. I believe they have 10% off of tuning if anybody needs their skis tuned. That also goes for your bikes too, if anybody really wants to get ahead of bikes.
Parky is fat bike, like.
Right. The Nordic program. Addie is the head of Nordic program, but Paige will take it away.
I'll take it. Addie's not here tonight, so I will talk about it. I guess this is like the second page. Okay. Some volunteer opportunities this year that are a little different than before. They are doing destination skiing in Big Sky. So if you do volunteer in the Nordic side of things, you can do some destination skiing up, I think it's at the golf course in Big Sky. They don't do it at Lone Mountain Ranch anymore. It's like down below. And then I think there's some up there somewhere else, maybe. And then they're doing night skiing at Crosscut on Thursdays from 4 to 8 on January 3rd, the 13th, and the 27th. And then they're doing night skiing at Bridger Creek Golf Course on Mondays. I think it's every other Monday.
Yeah.
It might say it in here. Programming is very similar to our programming. It will run for 7 weeks on Tuesdays and Thursdays, January 28th through March 13th. So Tuesdays from 10 to 12, Bozeman High School comes up. Tuesdays from 1 to 3, we have the sit ski group that comes. So if that's something you're interested in, there you go. Thursdays 10 to 12, Bozeman Middle School comes up. So that's both middle schools. And then Thursdays from 1 to 3 is the adult individuals that kind of just come. It's like a huge group. It's really, really fun if nobody has ever been there. It's a hoot and a holler. And then some other adventures, they kind of go out and do some big ones, but February 8th, they're doing sit ski and ski adventure up in Big Sky. March 1st, ski and snowshoe adventure at Mammoth Hot Springs at Yellowstone. March 8th, sit ski and a ski day at Yellowstone Tower Falls. March 8th, March 15th, Highlight Adventure Day. So they're gonna go up to Highlight with families and participants. That's like their family day. February 10th, 24th, March 3rd, and 17th. Those are the Monday night skis up at Bridger Creek Golf Course from 4 to 6. And then the night skiing at Crosscut. So they're we're getting more into that program. So if anybody, cross country sports or snowshoes, please see Addie. She would love to have some volunteers. Yeah, let's see. The on-store training dates for those, January 7th is the new volunteer training, slightly different than downhill, but 9 a.m. is the new volunteer, it's 2 hours. And then 12 p.m., I think it's 2 hours also, is the sit ski portion of training. And then January 14th is the return volunteer training. So 9 a.m. to 11 is the Nordic progression and play. And then they have another sit ski clinic in the afternoon. January 16th is a new volunteer as well. So 9 to 11, they kind of go over new volunteer progression. And then 12 p.m. is Nordic progression and play. And then if you're a new volunteer, you are required to come to a new volunteer training in either a sit ski or a progression and play. And then return volunteers can come to either the morning or afternoon sessions on the 14th. And they might be doing a training up at Big Sky.
There is one posted. Right off the top of my head, I believe it's January 15th that we have a Big Sky specific, but check the point out because it is on there.
Any questions?
These ones are at Crosscut.
These are all at Crosscut, yes. And Crosscut gives you, I think it might say in the next slide. Nope. If you volunteer with the Nordic program, you get, if you don't have skis, they provide you with rentals, and then, one day of, one lesson equals one voucher at CrossFit. So it's kind of 1-to-1, not 1-to-4 like we are. So if you do Nordic ski, we love, to help Abby out.
All right, so to explain the Point app a bit, I'll open it up for questions at the end, but just a disclaimer, we are still discovering how to work the Point app. So if you have questions that I haven't gone over, please ask them, because it's bringing up good points for us as well on how to work all of the programming for it. But basically the way that the Point app is going to work for scheduling, there's multi-week lessons and the destination lessons. Multi-week lessons, if you guys sign up for those, that will not change from how it has been previously. We will sign you up. You just need to let us know what your availability is. So if you still want to be there on Tuesday afternoons, at your on snow training, you'll let us know this. You'll give us your preferences, as far as if there's a participant or a volunteer that you like to work with. And then what days of the week you would like to be, you let us know that. And then I or other program staff will put you into the Point app, and then we will make it a reoccurring event. So you are going to be signed up. You're still going to get the reminder emails every week, but you do not have to sign up for it every week. Those will all stay steady. The thing that will be different for you guys is destination lessons. I'll explain both Big Sky and Bridger because they will be different. Big Sky, since they are mostly destination based, we are setting it up right now to be individual lessons. So if you have time on a Monday afternoon to teach a lesson, you can go in and see all of the Monday afternoon lessons that we have, and then you can sign up for one. That kind of gives you the freedom to see, bi-skis will only be available to people with the bi-ski training, obviously, but other things that you'll see are like the age of the participant, kind of what we're working with, if they're like a 2-track lesson, 3-track lesson, anything like that. And then you'll be able to sign up for those yourself. There will be a certain number of spots open for you. Obviously, once all those spots are taken, then you'll know that that's full. We'll be monitoring it on our side, so we can open up spots if we need to, but those ones are all going in and looking at them, and then you can sign up for them when you have time. Bridger, there are going to be just big chunks of time that you can sign up for. So again, if you have a Monday afternoon that you're like, hey, I want to go up and volunteer, I have some time, you can just go in and sign up for Monday afternoon. You're not picking individual lessons. We will just put in however many spots we need. That's going to account for if we need subs, if we have lessons we need to fill, if we have multi-week gaps because we have other volunteers who are not showing up. I don't know what you just said, but hold on. If we have gaps that we need to fill in, you just sign up for whatever time slot you have available. So that'll be super easy, and then we'll put you on what we need you on, just like years past. But this gives you guys the freedom to go in and say, hey, I can show up for a lesson tomorrow. Then you can get on the app, and then you can see what we still have a need for. So that's kind of how we're setting up all of that stuff. When you sign up for these things, whether it be for the big chunk of time at Bridger, morning or afternoon lessons, or the destinations, it is going to be pending. So you will sign up, it will say your request is submitted. This way, we are able to go in and keep the human element of the whole thing around, that we are going to be the ones who are approving you for that lesson. So when you sign up, you are just requesting that lesson, saying that, hey, I'm available, I would like this. And then I will approve you, and you will get another email that says confirmed, you are coming to this lesson. And then you will get your reminder email like you would normally, saying we have you booked on a lesson for Wednesday AM, and then you will show up. Yeah, so what questions do you guys have? And we'll open it up in the chat as well. A couple things I'll touch on from the previous return volunteer training. That questions that we had then were, is there a wait list? If we go in and we really want to be on a Wednesday afternoon lesson, but everything is booked up, can we get added to a wait list? Basically, we are accounting for all of the spots that we need, including subs. So if there's a time that is fully booked up, we're probably good to go. But if you're like, hey, I really want to be on a lesson Wednesday afternoon, I have the time, email me, let me know. Or if you are last minute at the resort, you can always give the Big Sky Hut a call or the Bridger Hut a call. And if we have a spot for you, we're gonna put you on a lesson. But we don't have a wait list in place. We are accounting for all of those extra people that we need in the signups. But if you really want to get on something, just shoot me an email. The other questions that we had at previous training were, how can we prevent, if somebody wants to go in and just take up all of the lessons, they're like, I want to be on every single lesson at Big Sky that I can possibly get added to. So they're just going to go in and take all the spots they can. That is again where the human element comes in. I will see if somebody is going in and trying to just take up every lesson they can. And I will probably say, hey, thanks for your enthusiasm, but we're going to spread the love a little bit. And that's where the pending and approved thing is going to come in as well. So we are trying to spread it out to anybody who wants to help us. But yeah, there is a human on the other side of the app to help with all of this stuff. Okay, but now, any questions that I haven't addressed?
Whoa.
Anything on the
That
chat?
good? I'm checking the
Oh,
chat. We got
yes.
one new
Are
message.
you gonna have all of your communication, if the lessons canceled, temperature or something coming through the app?
For the most part, because it's all, the question for those online, if they didn't hear it, is all communication going to go through the Point app? For the most part, yes. We would like to have everything as concise as possible so that the Point app is the main source of communication. Absolutely still email me or anybody if you have questions or anything outside of the Point app, but for the most part, like tonight, my reminder email, it's way easier for us to just click email everyone for tonight that's signed up for, you know, whatever it is, and then it will go to all of you. So for weather cancellations or anything like that, I would probably send it all out to you via Point, but it will come through me. If you respond to it, it'll come back to my email.
And do you want us to communicate that to you through Point? Or should we?
You don't have to. If you just responded to that email, it'll.
But if we're sick, if we're sick, it's 9 o'clock at night, the night before.
Do
and we got
you,
sick, how do you want us to communicate that back?
if it's like a last minute and you're sick, sorry, you can text the Bridger hot number or the
Or
Big
Big
Sky
Sky.
hot number. It'll go to all of us on the team, so we'll all get it.
And Eric, we can email this slideshow to you if you would like. I don't know if there is a place that we can store this slideshow. That was, the question was, if this slideshow can be available for all volunteers. Perfect.
Eric Zinnick?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can email you, Eric.
I'm making note right here. Beautiful.
Point app is probably the.
Cassidy, you're great.
Of all the dates that they said in the presentation, that's the place to look and see. what they have.
Yes. Yeah, so Point app is the best place to look for all dates. Every training that we have available is on the Point app. We've already started putting Big Sky lessons on the Point app as well. So if anybody knows that they're going to be available for holiday lessons, you can let us know. We'll keep you in mind for that. And then you can also check on the Point app. That's going to show everything that we have available. And then you can sign up at your leisure, just whenever you know you have time to do so.
Are you gonna still send those emails that are like, hey, we need all these spots for the next week, or should we go look at the app?
Yes. Yeah, so the question was, are we still gonna send out the email of like, hey, this is where our needs are? Yes, there probably will still be an email like that that is sent out. That's one thing we're still trying to work on, is how to notify people of new Point lessons that are up, so that you guys don't have to go in and just be manually refreshing the page to see when things become available. I probably will still be sending out some sort of an email to let you know, especially if we have large numbers of gaps to fill. That email is definitely still going to be super beneficial to let you guys know, hey, we really have a need at this time. Can you please go in and check the Point app and see if that's something that you are able to help?
And one of the questions online was about if you're volunteering with Nordic and you're sick and you need to call somebody, you can either reach out to our Nordic number or to the Bridger Hut number. Like Paige was saying, the Bridger Hut number rings on all of our phones. So when in doubt, you can call that one and that'll get you right.
What is the Bridger Hut number?
Well,
It
right off the
is
top of my head, it's 406.
Okay.
Oh, you got it? Go, you got it.
586-9122.
Hasn't changed at all.
Has not
It
changed.
has not changed at all. It's the same number, we just keep putting your names next to it.
Your audio's muted, I think.
I'm not muted.
No. Well,
Do you want to just put it in the chat? I can't remember Big Sky's off the top of my head.
it's on the slideshow, I thought.
It's gonna be in.
Yep, keep going.
Any other questions about point?
And if any questions arise too as you're using it, please feel free to reach out and email us at Snow Sports, or you can call us at that Bridger Hut number, all of the things.
We have 2 other trainings that don't involve sitting here and listening to all the boring stuff. If you want to come to them, they're Dryland trainings. We have a sensory overload training Wednesday, December 18th from 6 to 8. And then we have a lens of disability training on Monday, January 6th from 6 to 8 as well. So if you want to deepen your understanding of kind of what we do and give yourself a little more back pocket tips and tools, you're welcome to join those. They're on the Point app. You can sign up, or you could just show up and check yourself in. Yeah.
And then all the numbers are right here on this slide. If you need to get in touch with any of us, yeah. We are here for you. Please, there's no question that is silly. We want you to learn and grow just like you guys are going to help our participants learn and grow together.
We can't do this program without you guys. Most of you know that, but with the growing number of participants every year, we need more volunteers. So if you have friends who are like, maybe really just don't, well, I wouldn't say bully, but forcefully, nicely push them into volunteering. We love volunteers.
I mean, they just gotta go to one training and like, they'll be hooked. It's a wonderful community that you guys have created for everyone, and it's a family thing.
Any other questions about the season?
More about anything?
Wow, we really covered everything.
Swear, we promise, pinky swear that we covered most of the things.
My goodness.
No fooling. Anybody online have any questions, any closing comments? God, we're so good. Or actually, it's you guys for retaining the information, or hopefully knowing the information and filling in the gaps that
There
you
was a
didn't.
lot more questions than the last year.
Let it snow. Yeah, Jenny.
Who's going to training next weekend? The Big Sky.
This weekend coming up.
No,
Yeah.
the weekend after that. Yes, they're gonna be.
Yeah, I'm like, you better
So
be.
the 14th through the 17th.
We'll be there.
Woo!
That.
Oh, yeah, so
There's a lot
that's,
more snow than there was last year at that time, I'll tell you that.
I think there's more snow than most of last year, because there's a lot less grass than last year.
Yeah.
but yeah, on that note though, you guys' next jobs, if you have not already signed up for on-snow training, please do so. That first weekend at Big Sky is actually like pretty much booked up. If anybody is wanting a training and they see that it is booked up, please email us because we could probably still get you into it. We just have it kind of capped so we can strategically place trainers and trainees. But a lot of you haven't signed up for your on snow, or maybe about half or so. So please do so when you leave here tonight. It would be great. And then we also do need, if you haven't done your waiver or media release for this year, we do need a new one every year. So fill that one out again. I'll remind you guys that on Snow if you still haven't done it, but try to get your waivers and media release done. And then your background check, if you have not done a background check within 3 years, then we will need you to do another one. So if it was 2021 the last time you did it, please send in another background check.
And you can click to have Eagle Mountain pay for it, or you can pay for it. It's like
$6.95.
$6.95, look at you.
And then Penny's question was, is there a specific on snow training at Bridger that we need to do? So any of the on snow trainings that are listed at Bridger on the Point app that do not say new volunteer are all fair game to you returning volunteers. And yeah, we just require you to go to one of those. So you can pick whatever interests you, if it's mono skiing, if it's bi skiing, playful progression, all those things. So for destination lessons, we are opening those up to all volunteers that have finished their training this year. So once you finish your on snow training, then you will be able to sign up for those destination lessons.
Holiday list.
Or, well, holiday destination lessons. So very, very soon. Are you going to pair us with participants we volunteered with last year? Yeah, we would love to, please. At our on snow training, we will ask for your availability and if you would like to work with the same participant last year or any particular volunteers. Yeah. Oh, the clip. What? See my face. Hi. That was one of the things.
Oh.
That was Drew. Point the camera at the guy talking. Hi. Get right about here. John.
Oh my gosh.
John Lynn's like, hi.
Any other questions?
Is that a hand or a stretch? Oh, just a stretch. Well, wonderful.
Wow, look at that, look at you guys, right out of here.
Again,
I mean, you're welcome to stay and chat, but
yeah, we'll be here for a little bit. We're not gonna stay around forever. But again, thank you guys so much for all of the time that you've given us in the past and all the future time that you will give us. As a person who has been through all of the forms of Eagle Mounts, it really is a special place that you guys create for our participants, our volunteers, their families. So thank you. I'll only say it 1,000,000 times. Can we get a big caca on 3? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Caca! No, sailor. Back. Fired. No, you're too amazing to ever. Oh yeah, please, Kit. Yeah, I wish we hadn't. Bummer.
yeah, you guys are welcome now. Unless you want to stay and chat.
Yeah, unless you have any other
If you
questions.
have like something specific you want to talk to us about, we can say.
Or if you want to know what paperwork I still need from you, you can ask and I will let you know.
Yeah.
Her honk. Her honk. The goose is definitely my spirit animal forever and always. Or maybe a flamingo.
Are we done on there?
We are. Love you. Thank you, everyone on Zoom. We appreciate you. Nice. I hope.